Okay, so Brady and I, my brother Brady and I, say hi Brady.
Hello.
Are going to go on a little bit of a little expedition here. He's going to be on his quad and I'll be in my Jeep. Been pretty excited for this because I've been kind of waiting for this to happen for a while now. Yeah, this should be pretty fun. Got all the tires aired up, everything's good to go. Got some extra water, air compressor, all that good stuff going. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this turns out. We've got me, and then we've got him. We'll be bouncing back and forth, taking some video, taking some pictures, just testing out our equipment in general. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so Brady had a little bit of an accident. He came up this hill, which you can see the big, huge marks where I tried to come up, and my 3,000 pounds of glory couldn't make it up here, which is good.
The trees are back, and I wasn't paying attention. It kind of fell off the end.
And about here, you can kind of see where Brady put on his brakes. It's called the
Amateur hour. I should have seen it coming, but, you know, everyone makes a mistake.
Unfortunately, a better part of the audio track of this video got garbled by the wind blowing past my Galaxy S3. Brady was actually describing what we were planning to do for the day. First stopping at a sand hill, known as Figure 8 Hills in many of the locals. Then continuing onward over the and around the railroad tracks as we continue to pilot where we're having lunch. Then back around to a trestle which many use for paintballing. And so, once Brady got resituated, we continued on to his hill, where a great view was waiting for us. Hey guys, we're on top of the sand mountain hill thing that Brady was talking about before.
Yeah.
And this is the view. Quite a view.
Yeah, I totally agree on that one. It's nice. It's a little camp.
There's Topock.
Yeah. Got Needles from Mojave Valley.
Needles over there. I came up this way, right around here. You can kind of see where I almost dug in over there. Kicked it into 4 low. And I had to pretty much do 4 low all the way up here in second gear. My engine did not much care for that. In fact, it almost got to overheating, but it didn't. One does not simply kill a Jeep. So, and Brady just came up here like it was nothing because he's so much lighter. He's
Unless
not.
I had it pinned. You know. But this is fun right here. I'm gonna take a stab or two at this. This is the giant figure 8 or the giant loop, depending on how you take it. First time I went up this hill, it took me 4 tries to actually get up here. I kept stalling out.
I'm standing on top of sandstone here.
Yeah. Pretty interesting how it works. How solid it is, actually. I'm right on the edge.
And it's true sandstone, as you can see. Pretty cool stuff. It's probably about 75, 76.
Probably.
Not too hot, not too cold. Well, it could be cooler, but, you know, that'd be uncomfortable.
We got the, there's a little camp out there, a bunch of off-roaders.
Yeah, off-roaders in the camp. So, yeah.
Over there in the distance, you can see a small cell tower. That's Pilot. That's where we go eat lunch. Looks like we got ourselves a big road right there. If you see the little access road, you go down to that gulch and take that wash bed. It'll take us to another access road, and it'll take us straight across. And we'll be in a... Michael will have to, from that point, Michael and I will have to split up because mine's not truly road legal. I can't drive it over the overpass to get to the gas station.
So he's going to play Frogger. He's going to drive over the highway.
Yeah, so there's a little underpass. I'm going to take that. We'll have footage of that, and then Mike's got a pretty easy job. There's a little gap in the barricade, just big enough for a Jeep. That's where a lot of people
big
go.
Enough.
So, yeah.
Good stuff. quad's been giving him all morning. As Brady coaxes his quad back to life, I soak up the sun and enjoy the view while I record him going around the track. One of the things Brady and I can really agree on is the fact that off-roading is fun, regardless of what you have, whether it be a quad, a sandrail, a dune buggy, a Jeep, or a mixture of all of those. As many of the off-roading community say, wheel what you brought. In this case, my Jeep and his quad. Of course, it is a little bit difficult to tow a stuck Jeep out of a rut with a quad, but I guess the trick there is to not get stuck. Yep. Yeah, she don't much care for sand, does she? As I made my slow descent, little did I know Brady was following right behind me, not only to give me the camera, but to also let out a song that was stuck in his head. long, slow walk back up. Here he is. And here he comes. As much as I hate zooming in, follow Brady back to the main path. Just like that, we're back on the road. While on the trail, Brady and I communicate using hand signals. He tells me which way we need to go, as he's pretty much the leader of this. He knows where we're going and which way we're heading, as he's done this before many times on his quad. Unfortunately, we don't have throat mics or anything, so the best way for us to communicate is either for one of us to pull up to the other, or through hand signals. Of course, it was a little bit frustrating for Brady, as his quad can go much faster over this terrain than I can, driving the big heavy Jeep. Oh, that's awesome. That's better.
There we go.
Why didn't you just do that in the first place?
Forgot. Had it.
Alright, let's go. Let's do this.
Alright. Take the wash bed, so we're going to go straight and then we're going to go left.
Okay.
It's going to get sandy.
Cool. And so, after adjusting the view screen of the camcorder we had mounted to a tripod, seat belted onto my passenger side seat, and after debating over which way we should go, we continued forward.
Come on! Ow! Freaking hurt.
Of course, that is, after Brady got his quad started. Little known to us, when we very first started this trip, Brady's intake was a little bit gummed up. And of course, there were a couple times where I forgot I was driving a big heavy Jeep, and that he was driving a nice light quad. sometimes I should have been a little bit slower, but I kind of wasn't.
Amazing. What I did there is I went a little bit too fast and I hit my safari bar on a drop like this. Went a little bit too fast and scraped it. No biggie. There's some dirt stuck on it now.
As we continued moving forward, the terrain of the road deteriorated quite a bit. I did my best to make humor of the situation.
Row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Jeez, you just can't win on this road.
It was fairly apparent that not a whole lot of the larger off-road vehicles had been on this road or trail or whatever you want to call it in some time. And after driving a few hours from the hill, we finally arrived at the overpass, where Brady and I would have to split up and meet up somewhere further down the road.
Alright, and then you have to go around there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll meet you in the parking lot, I guess.
Okay, you want to go to Pilot or Love's? They got Wendy's, Carl's Jr., Subway.
Let's go with Wendy's.
Alright. Cool.
I could use a good cheeseburger.
Here, see if you can get back there to, the trucks are going along, where their parking lot is. There's a little dirt lot. I want to make sure that, people taking it, so if we can, there should be a concrete barricade over there. And we're just going to sandwich my quad between the barricade and the hood of your car, that way they just can't move it.
Where is this at?
Okay, so you go into the parking lot, so you go over the overpass, hang a right. It should be in between the pilot station and Terrible Herbs. It's like a dirt lot.
Okay.
If you can get over there. If not, well,
we'll figure out something.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, I'll meet you over there.
Right. Good.
Okay.
And so, upon arriving, we sandwiched Brady's quad in and went in for a nice, well-deserved lunch.
Hey guys, us again. We're just sort of resting here. We're here at Pilot, and halfway between
I-40 in Lake Havasu.
Yeah, what he said. And he's got his gear just sort of laid out back here. Got a thing of water. We're transferring some videos over to the laptop so that we can have a little bit more space to work with on the camcorder. We just got buzzed by a couple C-140s, which was kind of interesting. I wish I would have been able to take some video of that.
Yeah, they're like literally like 500 feet off the ground, so it was like,
whoa!
It was just gone before we even had time to react.
And it was interesting. It's just like this shadow of this big plane, just whoa. So yeah, hopefully here soon we'll be starting off again.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be doing our.
And I made an interesting observation that we need a Spartan at least, maybe Master Chief, because there are a whole lot of these Covenant transports.
That is a terrible joke, but still.
I had to. We're a bunch of sci-fi geeks, so we had to make it. And yeah, so that's what's been going on. Jeep's getting pretty well dirty. I made an interesting discovery that my off-roading lights do in fact work. They just take a long time to warm up. I think the most impressive is the back here. It's all dirty. So anyway, yeah, that's what we got so far. And as we prepare to set off once again, Brady has more problems. After a few minutes of trying to start Brady's quad with its gummed up intake, and a few choice words, we were back on our way. Little did I know that my off-roading lights had stopped working because the fuse connected to them had shorted out. As it turns out, these lights are designed for an entirely different wiring harness, and it's probably a good thing that that fuse went out, as those lights probably would have melted the wiring harness that they were using at the time. After some hours more of driving, we arrived at our next and actually our final destination, a trestle which is used by many as a paintball arena for a capture the flag-like game. We simply stopped here just because it was on our way home, and we would have had to go by it anyway. And we are here.
Crazy.
This is the trestle that Brady was talking about.
Pretty fun. Used to paintball out here tons of times, and we'd have like the game Take the Bridge. So we'd have our invading team over there, and our defending team would be right inside here, and a bunch of people would be hanging from on the tracks, of course, because that's illegal. But yeah, it was pretty fun. So hopefully Michael will be able to drive around here and get a little bit of footage of him. Get a little bit more feel for the desert. So yeah. How about thee?
An interesting fact about my 1999 Jeep Grand Cherokee is that when I bought it with 56,000 miles on the engine, the last and only other owner of the vehicle made sure to inform us that it had in fact never touched the dirt. It was actually used as a tow vehicle, so I savor any minute I can get it on the dirt, even if it is flat. My eventual plans for the Jeep is for it to become an overlanding vehicle. The eventual planned addition of a roof rack, more off-roading lights, rock sliders, and a couple other modifications. Of course, being a broke college student on a budget, a very tight budget at that, makes it a little bit difficult and a very slow process. Fortunately, the Jeep is already a very capable vehicle.
Is he going around again? The only thing is windy out here. Very, very windy. Nothing for this Jeep. Alright.
After owning two previous Jeeps, both with the ever-legendary 4-liter straight 6, I was a bit hesitant about the 4.7-liter V8. Fortunately, to my surprise, it has proved to be very reliable, very gentle when it needs to be, and can dish out a good amount of power when asked to. And from here we continued homeward bound. And I did hit my safari bar a couple more times along the way.
Well, here we go. Quadra drive is very, very it again.
The worst of which was when I forgot one of the most basic rules of off-roading. If you're unsure about a hill, go up and scout it first. See what you're dealing with. Fortunately, this Jeep is very, very forgiving. Fortunately, no damage was done. From here, it was all flat road home, where we opened a cold soda and told everyone about our adventures for the day.